shit. Hold on, chat, and I'm about to start it. I mean, turn on this music, jeez. Peace, Halo. Hey. Dun, 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 dun. Oh. Music's on. Alright. Wait. Dun, 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 dun. Hey. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, that's enough of that. Oh, wait. Can't load in the game. Wait, I can. No, it's not. Technical difficulties. None popping up. This is weird. What is going on here? Okay. Game really takes forever to load up. Let's see if I can figure this out. I think I done broke it. Or either it's taking very long time to load up my game. And if it's all that is depressing. Come on, game. There it is. Okay, and now we should be able to. Boom. And can y'all see, chat? Right. Yeah, there it is. Everything's working. I believe I can move. Okay. Alright, that's fine. We left off. Let's go see. I don't even remember. Go see Alabama? Yeah, we're gonna go open our new door. We'll return doing that. No. It's a boss fight. Oh, I don't remember. It's been a while. Well, we should be loading up now. Dun, dun. Alright, there we go. Yeah, we're prepare to head to the hideout. Okay. I don't really remember what we did last. See, we're supposed to go to the hideout.
Don't be ridiculous.
What's this? Nada.
Get to work.
Bam, 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 bam. What are we doing?
Welcome. What are you selling? Come in. Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Are you sure?
Positive.
How many? Are you sure?
Yep, positive.
How many? Are you sure?
I would sell all this, I just don't know if it's good or not. Well, maybe anymore.
Who is it for? Who is it for? Which one? Who is it for?
Wait, what am I doing? Okay.
Which one? Who is it for? Which one? Which one? You want this one? Do you want to equip that? Thanks for your
Yes.
patronage.
Can you sell
Who
the
is
other
it for?
thing? No.
What are you selling? How many? Are you sure?
I can probably sell all this, but I don't even know. I'll do it later. Go to destination.
Are we sure this is right? I'm not seeing anything weird.
I have no doubt. This place gives me the same sensation as when I touched the birdcage.
Think this is what would bring me back here.
Getting nostalgic. Had to change a bit. Let's pop in and see what's up. Let's pop in and see what's
I
up.
may have graduated from here, but it still feels wrong to go in without permission.
Permission granted. I'm still a student here, you know. Still, I had no idea Alice Hiragi graduated from Shujin.
I didn't either. And I figured a student council president would know better than anyone about celebrity graduates.
Perhaps she had a past here that she wished to erase.
What do you mean?
Those voices we heard in her jail. Those cutting words and that painful cry. I don't know whether she was one of the instigators or the victim of such bullying. However, she experienced it. Left such a gaping wound in her heart that she refuses to even acknowledge the truth of the matter.
And that truth took place right here.
So that's why Shujin has a secret room.
Oh,
Well, we should get moving. What's next?
We may not be in Shibuya, but this place is still linked to its jail. Inputting the proper Emma keyword should permit access as usual.
Okay, let's try it. Everybody ready?
Yeah, we're ready. Keyword, Wonderland.
Keyword successfully entered. Beginning navigation.
nice.
So, it's a classroom?
Is this what a school is like? It's rather different than how the internet makes it appear.
The cognitive distortion's really strong here. What's going on?
Hey, look!
Oh,
A ghost! Are you seriously crying? Ugh, how pathetic. Trying to get us to go easy on you. You tricked him the same way too, didn't you?
No, I'd never do that.
What? What is this? God, you're disgusting.
oh, Mama Way.
Why are you still alive? Do us a favor and die already.
Oh, that's pretty good. Yo, hold on now. Oh, she possessed? God.
What the hell?
Yeah, took the words out of my mouth. Oh, that sounds good. I didn't know I was gonna have to fight somebody already.
No one wants you around.
Oh shit, what the hell is going on? This thing just flipped out of nowhere.
The room's also changed. As these prison cells.
No time! Here it comes!
Look sharp, folks!
We should avoid wasting energy on our attacks. Let's read the
Pretty
enemy's
much.
movements and respond in time.
Oh, hold on, I forgot to play.
Right here.
Oh, weak. Wait, weak to what?
You're mine.
Oh, nice, Joker! You hit its weakness! Did I get that one?
What are you doing back in the last some guy?
Oh, what am I gonna die?
What's this thing? I don't know. Whatever that thing is, it's horrible.
What the hell's up with this room, too? Is it supposed to have a bucket key in it? Like this?
He is most assuredly here. It must be hidden somewhere within the cell.
I'm not exactly fit to search for it now. Focus on the enemy first.
Take this.
I'm gonna just shoot it. Really astonishing.
Oh, I forgot I gotta jump and then do it in the air. No!
It's tough, but it's weak to fire. Here,
Yeet.
handle this.
Yeet! Oh god. Not good for me.
Persona! Ravage that!
Don't have much help left. Hurry up and heal.
Persona! You're mine.
I'm gonna exploit those weaknesses.
That's Joker for you.
I lost the reading. Where'd it go?
Now!
Look out! Let me out.
It's flipping all over the place now. Quit cheating, damn it!
Oh, thank you for the freezing them.
That one looks tough. Everyone stay focused.
This is it.
Combo breaker. Hey, where's he at?
Power it up.
You show him, Oracle. Gotcha.
Damn. Silent as always, Joker. Strong as always.
Take this. Strike. You're mine.
Eat and take quick. Keep that in mind.
Dodge.
Why won't you just go off and die? Let's stay sharp. I think we'll lose.
I don't know who's healing me, but hey, I appreciate it. Not gonna lie.
Weak, but electricity's out of the question. Remember that.
Persona!
Stamina's getting low. Watch closely how you fight.
Take this.
Oh, I should have saw that coming. Goddamn.
Let's go.
And boom.
Nice, Joker. You hit his weakness. Take down, Joker.
This is it. Now.
It's showtime. Go for it, Joker.
Nice. Oh yeah, showtime. Hold on.
It's a strong one. It's what.
Whoa. This thing's really putting up a fight.
Don't get too close.
Right here.
Keep a safe distance.
Take this. You're mine.
Hands up. That's still just now. Perfected. Great technique, Joker.
Gotcha.
One
Strike.
And it takes you all around. And we're using all out attack on them.
Are set. Here. It's over.
There were some truly terrible things said in the classroom as well.
I believe we've seen why Alex grows so far to write the records of the time at school.
We're not doing a lot of damage because one of my teammates are dead.
Let's go.
Fair warning.
Dodge.
It's gonna be rough. Powering up. That's where it's
Take this!
Goodbye.
Fire! Take this! Fire! Take this!
The enemy raised their attack power. You do not want to get hit right now.
Now! Rabbit shot!
Weak and hate swing. Keep that in mind.
This is it! Go ahead.
Leave it to me. That's so fair. Come here. Go, guys.
This should help.
You get it.
Oops. Following up after. Okay. Boom, 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 and
I
critical.
don't have the stamina
Nice.
for that.
Ray gun, ray gun, ray gun, ray gun, ray gun.
Give up
No.
the blind punishment.
Dodge, dodge, dodge.
I'm always a mean shot.
Ooh, what is that?
I'm going too.
Sophie's withdrawn from battle. Can anybody hear her? I heard you actually gestured
That was me.
so fucking gross.
Gotcha.
Just like a salty side shower or something.
going too.
It's not like you'd ever make a good couple. In fact, I think I'll take him off your hands.
Let's go! So all of this bullying was over some affairs?
What a bunch of
Dodge.
bullies! They were just so mean to Alice! The enemy's getting weaker! Put that bully in his place!
Right here!
This is your chance! It's
Dodge.
showtime!
And kill him.
Showtime! Are set! Here!
Hell yeah! That did it.
Hang on. Something's up.
Something's up.
What do we got here?
What?
Oh,
What?
and it broke. Nice.
Oh, look! I got a new skill! New skill obtained. I'd like to try it out next time.
What was that rumbling?
The birdcage in the jail is now unlocked. We will be able to access it.
For real?
It appears our most recent target held the key.
In other words, we defeated the warden guarding the key.
A warden in Alice's memories. A key to the cage in her jail.
Oh,
So a
the key over
different shadow held the key, not Alice's?
What are you going on about?
Oh, nothing. I was just thinking how many differences there are from the palaces.
Good point. The palaces don't have any rooms like these, or wardens guarding keys in hidden locations.
It's as if the more we learn, the messier the situation gets.
If it weren't for Sophie, we wouldn't have even made it here.
Have I been helpful to the Phantom Thieves?
Mm-hmm. You know it.
Praise accepted.
Praise accepted.
Well, we'll praise you all you want later. We've got a birdcage to bust open.
True. We have one last task in the real world first.
Let's send Alice the calling card and take back those desires.
We. Bum, bum, bum. Ba-dum, bum, bum.
Okay, all that's left is send in the calling card. What should it say?
We're after the desires that Alice is seizing from the people whose hearts she changed, right? Then don't we have to write something like, "We shall take back the desires you've seized"?
Smart. Using the same logic that works on treasures is probably our best shot.
Once the desire takes form, we can steal it. If we return the victims their own desires,
Everyone should return to normal.
Should.
So, what'll happen to Alice then?
Well, she should be having a change of heart and confessing soon after.
Actually, that's not set in stone. What we're stealing this time are the desires that Alice seized from others. This isn't her own desire or ambition. Or like the treasure we found in palaces. There's no way of knowing whether or not Alice's heart will be changed.
even if we rescue her victims, without a change of heart in Alice, this will just turn into a pointless cycle.
But if the calling card works, her desire will manifest inside the birdcage. That creates a high probability that we'll encounter Alice's shadow there.
We did cause quite a scene destroying the lock.
Whether through words or fists, don't we still have the opportunity to change her heart via her shadow?
Then let's do it. Let's take her head on! Oh, sorry. I know that's the dangerous approach, but if you guys are all up for it, I want to rescue Alice too. Not just her victims. Alice said she wanted to be a ray of light that could inspire people suffering through life.
You mean when she was on TV? I don't know if she really meant all that.
Well, I do. I get why she said it. Because of all the bullying in her past. I mean, doesn't it seem like we saw part of Alice's trauma in the secret room?
Trauma? It's like an invisible wound in a person's heart. It comes from living through painful experiences. A wound in a heart.
Maybe that trauma's the whole reason the jail formed.
Trauma distorted Alice's heart, giving birth to the jail. That is very similar to Palace Generation. I've gotta say it's possible.
But how is that trauma relevant to Alice's current behavior?
This is just a hunch, but I think she sees what she's doing as some kind of revenge against the kinds of girls who treated her badly.
Stealing someone's dude right in front of her as revenge to Alice? Oh, that's pretty sick.
But her Shadow's operation is way too massive for that to be all. She just has too many victims already. What if she simply kept escalating because no one was there to stop her? Becoming a monarch must create an awful amount of distortion.
All that only makes me want to help Alice more. If her heart's grown that distorted, then I want her to at least remember how it feels being a ray of light for somebody. Is she beyond helping at this point? I don't know. But there has to be someone who at least tries. We can't just abandon Alice.
Oh, Lady On.
Okay, yeah, okay, you're right. You're so kind. Because you share a dream. You share a dream.
That could be. I just can't believe she was lying when she said that.
I'm with you. Let's do it.
No objections here either. However, should we engage her in combat, we must avoid taking her life at all costs.
Absolutely. That's out of the question.
Best case scenario, just talk her out of it.
Guys, do you think I could write the calling card this time? There's something I need to tell her personally.
Personally, it's all yours. Make it badass.
Thanks. It'll be great.
Writing a calling card? Need any help?
Ooh, you can help me with the phrasing, Sophia.
Awesome. All we gotta figure out now is the delivery.
I may have a plan for that. This is a special reunion of the Phantom Thieves. We gotta do this right.
Whoa. Oh, nice. Send the calling card, there's no backing out. Alright. Yeah. Hold on.
Let's see.
Check bombs. Okay, I wanted to do something last time. I don't remember what it was. I think it cost me like so many points though. Restore HP to all party member after a successful ambush. That's not the one I'm looking for. Oh, this one right here. Wait, it's locked. Wait, what? It's locked. What do you mean it's locked? Will it be unlocked once I have the points? Because this one's locked. Oh, I probably just don't have the. Oh, okay. Bam, 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 bam. Everything else is not unlocked, even though I don't have the points. Oh, okay. Wait. I gotta get enough. Fine. Got like 4 more points to get.
Here.
7 calling cards. Oh, my dude. That night. I probably should have saved.
In other news, Akira Konoe, founder of Medice, announced a joint project with one-time rival company Pineapple. Tech heads are fired up with anticipation at the news, awaiting further details with
Oh, we're doing it big. On the big screen.
Okay, folks, listen up!
Good evening. Been a while, huh?
Perhaps you remember us.
We are the Phantom Thieves.
And we're back in action with a new heart in our sights.
A wicked witch who treats people like toys. Alice Hiragi.
You pretend you're a ray of light, but all you do is hurt people to indulge your own darkness. You're a bad person, and bad people have to be stopped. And all those desires you stole.
Oh, hey, howdy.
Tonight, we're taking them all back.
Yo, that's me. Fucking badass, man. AJ Coon. Oh, yep, definitely gonna see that.
Next, I'm scheduled at. Oh, it's the manager. Hello.
Oh, this is bad, Miss Alice. Look at the email I forwarded you.
The same manager from last time?
What in the Phantom Thieves?
Taking
Whoa.
my desire? All the desires I've collected?
No, you can't! I need those! That's what makes me the monarch! I need those to... Without those,
All right.
I'll wait for you.
I don't want toys that don't do as they're told. I'll smash you for certain this time.
What about that? I mean, I might lose, honestly. I don't doubt it. Shibuya is a fan of Dean's Frenzy all over again. I'm sure Alice has got her calling card by now. All that is left is just wrap this up and let's head in and finish the job as we stay started. Let's say stated, yikes. Time for the heist. Time for the hoist. The heist of the scene choice.
Let's go.
Take back the stolen desires. Go, we all. Boom, 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 boom. Dun, 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 dun. Yo, these songs really be hitting different. Alright, go to other checkpoints, explore jail. Go to other. Where is the treasure at? Is a great question. Alice.
It's her!
Holy.
Alice.
So, it's a fight after all.
Oh dear. You thought you'd just sneak in like that. And what exactly do you plan on doing with those desires? Hey you! Joker, right?
Yeah, that's me.
You come back to me so you could be mine?
No. Other way around. Hold on now. Hell no. We're changing your heart. We're here for your desire.
Oh.
Hell
So
no.
you really are here to steal it.
Alice Hiragi! We know all about the horrible things you've done.
You seized people's desires by force and turned them into your puppets.
You toyed with people's emotions and made them mistreat one another. You even opened up stores so you could bilk all the people you brainwashed.
We can no longer overlook the wicked changes of heart you forced on the people.
The Phantom Thieves are about to beat the distortion out of you.
The distortion.
Kaneki-san, you're so beautiful.
Yeah,
There's
she's
no
right.
way
Yeah.
you could understand. You have no clue what I've been through.
You mean what happened to you at Shujin?
Where did...
I hate a temper.
We know all of it. How you were bullied. How it was torture for you. But I still...
Oh, okay. You found out. No matter how much I hide it, the past still comes back to me.
Yeah, can't hide
How
nothing.
pathetic. What a mess. That doesn't matter now. With this power, I can have everything. Everything I've always wanted. Mine.
Boom, 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 boom. Yo, this is sick.
And now, I'm gonna make you mine. All mine.
Yo, hold on now. Yo, hold on now. Yo. Whoa, what? What the? The bunny? I like you better than the other. Okay.
She turned into some kind of rabbit!
So this really is Alice in
Bro,
Wonderland.
she's Bugs Bunny.
Bye. I'm late for a very important date. Come along, come along. I have such wonders to show you.
What wonders? Ignore her, Sophie. She
What
just wants
wonders?
to torture us or something.
Alice, I'm gonna make you see the light.
Gonna punch your lights out. Oh, this is gonna be bad. Oh, what's this?
Any of you happen to be dating?
How would that be any of your business?
Okay. Is that for weakness or I have more? Let's see if this is a weakness. I don't know. Oh,
She's tough.
what is her weakness? Wind. Wind and fire.
Bicorn! Arsene! Bicorn! Pixie! Jack-o'-lantern! Andres! Jack-o'-lantern!
Jack-o'-lantern. Monster.
Andres! Jack-o'-lantern! Andres!
Monster.
Jack-o'-lantern!
Monster.
Jack-o'-lantern!
Jack-o'-lantern.
Pixie! Jack-o'-lantern! Andres! McCoy!
Cool.
Succubus! Arsene! Bicorn! Pixie! Jack-o'-lantern!
Alright, let's use Jack-o'-lantern.
You're mine!
One sec. Analyzing.
Got it.
Fire! Turn that smirk right off her face! Joker got in a follow-up attack!
Take this!
Burn it up! Spear him with Finn or nuclear attacks! Alice, why are you doing this? You hurt
Switch
so
out.
many people! Huh? I'll let you know that one.
I thought everyone's in love with me. What can I do if you say help me? I can't.
You know what you're saying? That means it. You're just manipulating them.
We got pain. We can actually do some damage on it. Whoa! Hold on now.
check out the party popper.
You'll have your chance when Alice goes for the pole. That's when you blast her.
Raining confetti upon the stage. That would be quite pleasing, aesthetically.
Leave it to me. I'm not just need to win. So got any wind to send her way? Like this?
That didn't do nothing.
Sure.
Joker.
The enemy's no pushover. Target its weakness to win.
Let's go. Ravage that.
Oh, nice, Joker. You hit its weakness.
Whoa, that was sweet!
Persona, take this.
I'm not done. Joker got in a follow-up attack.
Take this. This is it.
It's powerful and strong against items too. Keep that in mind. That's the ticket. Good thinking, Joker.
That's Joker for you!
Roll, stop charging
Oh, no.
ahead. Don't have the stamina for that.
Come, ravage that.
Prepare that.
You're mine. Take this.
Horse on the way. Go kick some blood out.
Fire. Take this.
Damn. Skills as always, Joker. Good job, Joker. I'm not done. Joker got in a follow-up attack.
Persona. Let's go.
It's tough, but it's weak to fire. You can handle this.
It's over.
Leave that one to me.
Gotcha.
Okay, we got her half.
Why are you being like this? I was finally able to find some happiness. Are you here to take everything I have? Just like she did? Just try me.
I don't want to try you. Please don't heal up. That's all that matters. If you heal up, I'm gonna be sad. Oh, this doesn't look good. Oh no.
Stay on guard.
Whoa, holy shit!
Why is she so fast now? It's time to take you all
What
to
is she
school.
doing? Oh my.
Just to give up.
Oh my.
Alice, what made you?
Okay. Can't res my teammate. Well, this is
You never get it to come at yourself. I've been treated like shit all my life. I have everything to do. You don't know what that's like.
killed like two of the people that I really needed alive. It sucks, but you know. Is she right? I have no idea. Yikes. I should have Yeah, this ain't gonna end well. I say if I stayed alive, it would have been fine, but not anymore.
I can't move.
Oh man. I know, retry that battle. It's fine. It's fine. Do we want to equip somebody else though? That's a good question.
Oh!
Run it back.
What the? She turned into some kind of rat.
See this. Alright.
Aw, you can't confuse me like this. Any of you have to be dating. How would that be any of your business? I wonder who these guys are. Personally, I better go for the Joker. Your heart.
She is freaky. Oh, brother.
See you, Mrs. Yet Oracle. One sec. Analyzing. Fire! Right off! Can I hit her? Looks like she's weak to wind. Got any wind to send her way? Thank you. I'll take care of that one.
Alice, why are you doing this? You hurt so many people.
Huh? Don't blame me. It's my fault. Everyone can love her.
No one is saying that means it. You're just manipulating them.
I'm gonna talk to you.
Oh no.
I'm going too. Hey, check out the party popper.
Truly impressive.
I'm going too.
Yes! Getting weaker! Keep her down! Let me go! Persona! Carmen! It's tough, but it's weak to fire! You can handle this!
Going on there or no?
That brainwashing is serious! Be careful, everyone! Get ready! Dance, Tony! Thank you! Even I'm falling for you! Fair warning! It's gonna be rough! Make sure Panther's okay! Bingo! And you're on this now? Perfection!
Oh, God. God.
Boom!
I'm going too.
Beautiful combo, Panther! Sucks. Panther had to fall back. Because the emergency treatment. Here for you. Switching out.
I'll do it.
It's powerful and strong against psychokinesis. Keep that in mind.
Persona!
Gotta exploit those weaknesses.
All right, Joker. It's over.
Alright, I can bring her at least half health so we can go to the cutscene.
You here to yes?
Alright, now we just need a dog.
Stay on guard.
Whoa, holy shit.
Why is she so fast now?
Let's go. You're mine.
Alice, what made you like this?
You never get it to come again.
Dodge.
Further up the social ladder,
Eat,
shittier they were to me. Even if they
Take this.
tortured what?
Take this.
Like I did exactly. How could trash like that not deserve it? And I'll show you that you're trash too. What's happening, man? I'm gonna go too. I can be a turn it. It's over.
First,
dodge, 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 dodge. Ooh. Block, block.
Let's go. You're mine.
Gotta exploit those weaknesses. That was great, Joker.
This is it. I'm going too.
Damn him.
That is one ginormous party popper. Then it's going too. It's showtime. Go for it, Joker. It's powerful and strong against weaknesses. Keep that in mind.
Bighorn. Here.
That was amazing.
Not again. That was easy for me.
Persona.
Oh, nice, Joker. You hit its weakness. You're doing great. What?
Yeet. Dodge, 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 dodge,
That one
dodge.
looks tough. Everyone stay focused.
Persona.
Joker's still connected. Oh, how cool.
Right here.
Incoming attack. Brace yourself.
I'm going too.
Running.
Follow-up attack. The enemy's no pushover. Target its weakness to wind.
Let's go.
Oh, nice, Joker. You hit its weakness. Astonishing.
Any more party poppers? That it? That's it.
Powerful.
Yours.
Strong against all releases. Keep that in mind. Joker, you're low on stamina. Be careful. Alice is getting weaker. Just one more big push. Keep it up, guys. All those girls looking down on me.
Is that really what you want, Alice? Don't be stupid. I remember your real answer. You have to remember too, Alice. Tell me what you really want.
I should have done that. That's fine.
All right. Let's go.
All needed an explosive hit.
Get it.
And then do this, and then hoop, 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 hoop.
Thank you, Oracle.
Go ahead.
I got this. Take this.
That one looks tough. Everyone stay focused.
Take this. Take this. Take this.
No, they brainwashed Sophie. She's turning on us.
Counting on you.
I'll do it.
Hold on, let me heal myself.
This one. There.
That one hit.
It's tough, but it's weak to fire. You can handle this. Joker, your health is bad.
My health is bad. Well, no, I did that.
Gotta
Fuck.
catch him up quick.
Hey, what happened?
Not yet.
I was so lost. That ain't good.
That might come in handy. He could attack with it.
Persona.
Fair warning. This one's gonna be rough.
Watch this. Nah, you can thank me later.
No!
I can't move.
Okay, we almost had it. I need to keep Anne and Joker alive the whole entire time. It's the only way I can make it win. Or we can use a bond. Then I'll lose some points. I don't have to gain it back. Let me see. Boy, dude. Boy, dude. Better than nothing. And you know what? We'll use that. Alright. Let's do it. Oh, let's get it done. We gotta do this time. Skip it.
Unicorn! You seem like just fun. Any of you happen to be dating? Yeah. Not conducting any of your business. I wonder who I'm not listening. Personally, I'm gonna think for Joker.
This is bad.
What? How did he die already?
She's tough. See any weaknesses yet, Oracle? One sec. Analyzing.
Alice, why are you doing this? You hurt so many people.
I'm gonna say one damage to both.
You know what he's saying that means? You're just manipulating them. Know about all that, huh? Change who's harder. I'm going too. Right on the money, son.
You can thank me later.
That's good news.
Dude, see that just now?
Come out.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna die and then restart. Restart me? Kill me, restart.
Could use that hole? We can wait.
Shit. I can't move.
Literally like destroyed me in 1 hit. That was pretty weird. Alright, retry battle. No, we're not doing that. Boy. Skip this. Let's go.
Aw, you can't
Bicorn!
seem like best fun. Any of you happen to be dating? Well, nothing any of your business. For you, I wonder who you guys are. Personally, I'm gonna be Joker. You're mine.
Let's go. You're mine.
Watch out, Joker!
She's tough. See any weaknesses yet, Oracle? One sec. Analyzing.
Fire! Let's repair that. Right off her face.
Not yet. Fire! Persona!
Looks like she's weak to wind. Got any wind to send her way?
Okay. This one.
Alice, why are you doing this? So many people.
Let's go.
Take this. You know what he's saying that means? You're just manipulating them. I'll take care of that. Know about all that, huh? Change who's hard at the end.
You're mine.
Can't wait to find out. Time to take it. Good thinking, Joker. Keep it up. This brainwashing is serious. Be careful, everyone.
Take this!
Persona!
Persona!
Fitness to fire confirmed. We're not busy. Yes, it's getting weaker.
Switch out.
Take her down.
Summoning! Okay. Like this. An optimal solution. Ow! You're up.
Oh, this. Charming!
I'm gonna take two.
Beautiful combo, Panther. How was that? Everyone stay focused.
I'm gonna take two.
How was that? You've got
My turn!
I'll take care of that one. Alright,
I'm gonna take two.
okay. Wicked follow-up, Sophie.
Switching out.
Got it.
You can use that.
Don't let up, Panther.
I'm gonna take two.
Right on the money, Joe.
Hey, they had it coming out of the way. Your go.
Now I'm using my team like something.
Come out. Okay.
The enemy's no pushover. Target its weakness to win.
Hey,
Shit.
check out the party.
Die.
Good thinking, Joker. That was awesome.
Let's go.
Want your help. We're getting wrecked out there.
Take this. Yours.
Let me help. Here we go. An optimal solution. All yours.
Yeah. Persona!
It's powerful and strong against psychokinesis.
You're mine.
Keep that in mind.
It's over.
They should bring me into the second mode.
This is your chance.
Now I just do best luck for me in the third mode. As long as I dodge, I think I'm fine. Alright. Yeet.
Stay on guard.
Whoa, holy shit!
Why is she so fast now?
It's time to take all to school. Give up. Alice, what made you like this?
It's over.
Never get to become a
Persona!
I've been through some shit all my life. I had everything.
Showtime!
You don't know what that's like. The further up the social ladder,
Leghorn!
the shittier they were to me.
Here!
Even if it was why?
Didn't really do much. But, you know.
Sorry.
You're trash too.
Go ahead.
Okay. Summoning.
There's no limit.
Oh, she died. No.
Then you'll learn true despair. Soon I will be loved by all the men in the world.
Come!
It's tough, but it's weak to fire. You can handle this. This is bad. Joker, you're low on stamina. Be careful.
Boom. Come on, quit.
Switch out.
Leave it to me. Okay. Here we go. Let me help. Come out.
Let me hit one more time.
Optimal solution. Yeah.
Okay, boom, and let me do this.
That one looks tough. Everyone stay focused.
Sure. It's over. Take this.
A hasty retreat. I think he needs help.
Yours.
That is one ginormous party topper. Better
Rabbit's out! Take this! Take this!
Enemy's defense is down. Go to town on him. Fair warning, this one's gonna be rough.
No, run! Probably dead.
Sophie's stamina is running low. She needs to recharge. It's powerful and strong against psychokinesis. Keep that in mind.
Rabbit's out!
More hit.
Alice is getting weaker. Just one more big push. Keep it up, guys.
Sure.
Is that really what you want, Alice? Don't be stupid. I remember your real answer. You have to remember too, Alice. Tell me, what do you really want?
It's tough, but it's weak to fire. You can handle it.
I don't know. It's gonna be a long one if we do get close to even beating it.
Here!
You're nowhere near doing the damage for it.
Whoa! Looking cool, Joker. Mind-blowing as always, Joker.
It's over.
Sophie's in a bad spot. She needs to go ASAP. That one looks tough. Everyone stay focused.
Gotcha.
Enemy's defense is down. Go to town on him.
Probably gonna die right there.
Powerful and strong against psychokinesis. Keep that in mind.
Oh no, don't get hit by that. Don't get hit by that. You're definitely dead.
This is it!
That might come in handy. We could attack with it.
Right here!
It's tough, but it's weak to fire. You can handle this.
Fire! Fire! Fire!
You guys have burned a lot of stamina. Don't overdo it, okay?
Ooh, it's close.
It's over. Take this!
Fair warning. This one's gonna be rough.
Do this again. Work somehow.
Fire!
No, they brainwashed Sophie. She's turning on us.
I swear, if my teammate kills me, I'm pissed. Oh, I am pissed. if my teammate kills me.
Fire! Right here!
It's powerful and strong against psychokinesis. Keep that in mind.
Fire! 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 Gotcha.
Fuck.
The enemy's no pushover. Target its weakness to wind. Don't have much health left. Hurry up and heal.
I wish I could heal. I wish I really could.
Rabbit's out!
Do that one move. Do that one move. Do that one move you like.
Fire!
Somebody all lines up and do it.
Fire! 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 Fire!
Fair warning. This one's gonna be rough.
It's over.
Okay, alright, we got it, 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 we got it. right here.
Keep that in mind.
1, 2, 3, 10. Combo! Oh, she's still not there. Die. Jeez.
Did we do it?
I need to make my character stronger. Oh my goodness.
Okay. A new skill? Man.
I'd like to try it
Nice.
out next time.
Whoa. Don't fall there.
No! How can I still not be strong enough? Why can't I change? I'm not the victim anymore! Enough, Alice. If you keep going, you'll just make yourself feel even worse. How would you know? I just can't compare to someone like you, Takamaki-san. All my life, I'm no match for the real winners. And I tried so hard to change, and I was still made fun of, still bullied. I just wanted to stop being miserable. I poured my heart into fashion and worked to get so far. But then, she showed up again and started running her mouth about my past. She told everyone what a pathetic little shit I was.
Oof.
That's why I took all of it from her. Her boyfriend, her social circle, everything. And that still wasn't enough for me. It wasn't just her. Everyone that talked behind my back, all the people who just stood there when I was kidding. I'll destroy every single one of them.
Alice. So this is a wound in a heart.
Oh, this power lets me get revenge. So You became the bully, right? You idiot! What good does that do? Now you're just as bad as the people who made you suffer. Is that how you want to live? Like one of those bullies? Didn't you want to be something else? A ray of light for others. And for yourself. Don't give up because of those selfish bastards! Takamaki-san. You're right.
I thought we weren't supposed to be
I
telling our
wanted
names. How does
to
she know?
rescue them. All the people like me, going through the same thing. But I...
Atone for your crimes. It's not too late to change. At
You
all.
think so?
Yeah. So if you want to go a cup of coffee with me, hey, you know what I'm saying?
Takamaki-san, I want to apologize to the people I hurt and start over. Mm-hmm. I'm sure you can turn it around. I've been through a lot of the same things, but thanks to my best friend and the Phantom Thieves, I was able to stand up for myself and do the right thing. You're never alone. Once you're back to your real self, let's be friends, okay? You wanna be... really? Uh-huh. I mean, I totally love Alice. We even share the same dream. Thank you.
I cry every time.
I'll go back now, where I belong. This time, I'm gonna be...
Alice. You're gonna be Alice. Oh my goodness, I couldn't believe it the whole entire time. Oh, shit, we gotta go.
Bad! It's coming down!
Yeah, how we gonna get down? There goes the desire. Oh, it did go in everybody's heart. So beautiful.
That was effing amazing!
Did we just witness the desires returning to their rightful owners?
Yeah, that's what it looked like
Yeah,
to
what
me.
happened to the sky? It looks so beautiful.
Everyone who got a
Oh,
desire disappeared after.
now it looks horrible.
I
Yeah.
hope that means their
Oh.
real-life counterparts are returning to normal.
They will be fine. Only one way to find out, they'll be fine.
Yes, you're right.
Wait, what the?
What?
What is it, Mona-chan? Something's wrong. It's not collapsing.
Oh yeah.
But the giant desire blew up. Like,
That's true.
no. Just look around.
Now that you mention it.
Whenever we stole a treasure, we'd have to leave the metaverse entirely, right?
Yeah, we always had to haul ass out of there.
That is most assuredly not happening now. If anything, it's grown eerily quiet.
So if the monarch is toppled and the desires are all returned, the jail still doesn't collapse?
It would appear that palaces are different from this jail after all.
There's a chance we haven't actually resolved the issue yet.
I wonder how Alice will react to this.
Could we find out when we get back to the real world?
It'd be nice if she could recall what happened here, but no one shares memories with their shadows.
Think she might talk to Panther?
Huh? Me?
Yeah,
You?
You two could really hit it off.
She did say that she loves her.
Yeah. I mean, it was worth going that far for her to come to her senses. Alice really is a one-of-a-kind talent, and her dream is definitely something worth fighting for. I just hope she can remember how that dream first made her feel, so she can bring that feeling to the people who need it.
That's right, well said. I'm sure she can start over. Well said.
I don't know if there's anything I can do to help her, but I at least want to be there for her.
Fascinating.
What's up, Sophie?
Just as the Phantom Thieves predicted, Alice Hiragi appeared to change her logic. This would not be possible had we simply defeated her. How did you predict the outcome?
We didn't really predict it. Being able to change is what makes someone human.
Someone is human because they can change. The human heart is much more complicated than expected, isn't it? Just when you think you've grown beyond your pain, the smallest thing can bring you all the way back down again. The human heart is indeed difficult to comprehend. It's filled with mysteries. Well, you're pretty high up there on the mystery charts yourself, Sophie, my dear. No, I'm...
Sophie, humanity's companion, right? We get it.
Baymax, humanity's
You got it,
companion.
Skull.
Well, yeah.
Not bad, Skull. Do you really get it?
Increased damage when performed a Phantom Dash.
Well, what do you say we head back now? I'd like to check on the real world, Alice.
Yeah, let's get going.
Nice. What am I at, 12 now? Because I went down 8 to 12 now. Bing, 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 bing. Woo.
Hey,
Hey.
Ann was very angry with Shadow Alice earlier. By the end, though, she appeared happy. Why is that? Wasn't she angry at Alice?
She finally shared her feelings. They understood each other.
Okay. Anger is not just for hurting people. It is also able to save people.
Depends. I hope that can be true. Sometimes it's not enough. It depends.
Consider. Anger saved Alice. If someone is in the wrong, anger can be used to show them the error of their ways. The human heart is such a mystery. But thanks to you,
I've gained valuable experience. Thank you. I hope to learn more from you.
Yes, I would love to save him from you. So I'm guessing this game goes on into the wholesome and then it ends. A certain TV
And now
studio.
for the hottest meet and greet. Alice Hiragi has returned as our special guest. Miss Alice, thank you so much for coming on today, despite the last visit's conclusion. From what I hear, there's something you wish to share?
Yes, I need to confess something. The incident that occurred with the previous hosts, that was all my fault. I forced him to proclaim his love for me during a live broadcast. When I heard he was engaged to his co-host, I just wanted to ruin their relationship.
Miss Alice.
And they're not the only ones. Anytime I see a happy woman, I just get so jealous. I do whatever it takes to ruin their lives.
Is this a prank or something?
All of my past managers tried so hard to
Everybody's
stop
so
me,
confused.
but then I'd lash out at them too, and I'd assault them until they backed down. The only reason I've changed managers is because my last one had a total breakdown.
Wait, is this real?
Everything I've said here is the truth.
I'm like confused.
I'm sure all of it is easy enough to prove now. I've lied, and it hurt so many people. And I'm just so sorry for it all.
Is this the Phantom Thieves?
I'm the one who did it all. No one but me did these horrible things. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Cut! Cut! Right now! Dump the standby!
Everybody does it. They all get cut up sooner or later. Phantom Thieves always get them. The kid next door. We got him.
Alice. This is gonna blow way up. That news lady even name-checked the Phantom Thieves.
Well, whatever may come, at least our job's done.
Right. We may have gone through something quite different from a palace. There's no mistaking Alice had a change of heart.
The people with the stolen desires seem to be normal again, too. It's all over the internet.
My son was about to blow our savings on Alice merch, but the Phantom
Oh, I thought he had a
Thieves
son. I was
rescued
like, wait, what?
Thank
Oh,
you,
he's reading
Phantom Thieves.
I'm just seeing a lot of I want my money back. Well, we sure can't help him there.
Yeah, you ain't
I'm
getting
not
your
sure
money back.
everyone's actually a victim here.
Nevertheless, mission complete.
I wonder what'll happen to Alice next.
It's probably next to impossible for her to make it in the industry now. Her scandal is big news.
No matter why she did it, there are still consequences for her actions.
But if Alice really can find that feeling she had when she first discovered fashion, I think she'll be okay. She can still be a ray of light for others, even if she has to find another way to shine.
That reminds me, we should still try to press her for info. She might know something that we still don't.
But do we actually have a chance of meeting her now? I imagine her day-to-day life's become quite the mess.
Ah, jeez, that's a good point. Her agency isn't going to want anything to do with her.
An enlightening conversation as always in here.
Man, you gotta stop creeping up on us like that.
What's up? How's it hanging, folks?
Hey, what's up, folks?
Aw, you again, Gramps?
Hey, I won't deny I'm older than you guys, but that still stings, you know? But more importantly, you guys really hop to work when your minds are set, don't you?
To what are you referring?
Don't play stupid. I gave you solid intel, yeah?
Yes, but that's...
Well, that's good news. Looks like I'll be getting my own in return.
Oh,
Your own what?
I came here today for your response to my offer. You know, the deal.
We already told you we don't work with cops.
And what if I tossed in a little bonus? Such as running some questions by Alice for you.
Nope.
You were just saying you wanted info from her, right?
That's accurate.
That's how they reel you in.
But
That's how they do
Alice
it.
already
They
confessed
reel
to
you in.
messing with people
people on live TV. Our names have been cleared.
Yeah, what she said. We don't need you for shit.
If only that were true.
What do you mean by that? How is this case not closed?
Oh, it is far from closed. This change of heart epidemic is happening all over the country. And we know they can't all be Alice's victims. Therefore, you still have plenty to get pinned on you, don't you? Not only that, you already know how badly you've stirred the pot. That little calling card stunt's fired up the public more than ever. These change of heart cases have to be the Phantom Thieves. It's the only thing I hear down at the station now. Do you really not realize how dangerous a position you're in right now?
What bullshit? What the hell did we do?
Calm down. Why do you think I offered you that deal? If I wanted to, I could cuff you and take you in right now. The reason I'm not is because I believe you are not the culprit. To catch the true perpetrator, I need your help.
True perpetrator. Oh goodness.
As in the person controlling Alice behind the scenes. The MO in this recent epidemic doesn't mesh with the Phantom Thieves' ideology. The motives also appear very different. These are two separate cases. At least, that's what I believe.
May we have a moment to ourselves? We'd like to discuss it first.
Sure, I'll be right outside. Just holler when you're ready for me.
Yeah, you're probably listening out there too. Wouldn't even matter.
Now this
was
is
outside. He heard us already.
We assumed Alice's
got our whole place bugged.
Our names.
Damn it. So they really weren't just trolling.
What is it?
When I was searching the web, I noticed some people saying weird stuff was happening here and there, similar to what we've seen so far. Almost none of them made the news, and it seems like everyone's just trying to ignore it.
What Gramps is saying is probably not bullshit after all.
What should we do? If they decide to scapegoat us, we'll never be able to clear our names.
They're not even changing hearts for the same reasons as us.
If there really are other brainwashing incidents out there, that would mean there are more jails. Do you think there could be more monarchs out there too?
And what would we do? Considering what we've gathered, going along with that man could be a viable option.
Are we seriously gonna trust that dude?
What other choice do we have? At the very least, his intel about Alice was useful.
What do you say?
Let's see. Let's make the deal. Can't trust him. Not much of a choice here. Not much of a choice here, honestly.
You're right. All we can do now is accept his deal. No, wait. Even if we do level with him, how would we explain it? If he's going to understand what we've been doing, he'll have to learn about the metaverse. Do you think he'll even believe us?
We have no choice but to make him believe. Otherwise, it's our leader on the line.
Always.
But the metaverse, the jail, how do you think we're gonna get some thick-headed cop to buy that?
It seems our only choice is to take him to the jail.
Oh, new character.
Wait, really?
Mako-chan.
Can you think of any other way for him to avoid getting arrested? We have one playable card in our hand. We just have to go along with it for the time being.
Still doesn't seem to be another option. It may be in our best interest to set the deal.
Alright, we'll do it. It's not like we have any alternative.
Let's hope it's not our undoing.
Not giving me a choice here. You're telling me, hey.
We gotta stay prepared for the worst case.
I'll call him back in. Come on back. We're ready for you.
Huh, that was quicker than I expected. So, what say you all?
Hey, yeah, we're not
There's a
accepting your
place
deal.
we need to show you. Follow us.
Follow what? You ain't going nowhere. You two just gonna teleport in a minute.
I see. A jail full of shadows, with a monarch seizing desires, was it? All right. What say we go get you tested for drugs now? Maybe cook up some fantasy to sell me. Maybe try a little less spice next time?
Just save it for now. We're about to take you into the cognitive world.
Cognitive world?
Man doesn't even believe us.
Follow
Just
us.
take him in already. Let's just bop him.
Where to
Get rid
exactly?
of him. Damn grapes. There he is. And we disappear like nothing ever happened.
So, are you gonna answer me, or... What? What? What is... This... isn't real.
Everything here is real. Every last bit you can see.
Whoa. What happened? What are those outfits for?
Yep, just about what I expected.
This is our Phantom Thief attire.
What even is this? Where am I?
Questions. This is a jail. You are currently located within a jail.
Wait, who are you?
I am Sophie, humanity's companion.
She's very
nice to
nice.
meet you.
Oh, nice to... What?
Chill out, Zenkichi. You've got to keep yourself together.
Yeah, right. I can't be losing my shit like... Monster Cat!
I am not a monster cat. I am Morgana.
Do you finally believe we've been telling you the truth?
The hell? How much did I drink last night? This just has to be a dream. I'm still passed out.
You holding up there, Gramps?
No need to worry. He's merely having a meltdown.
That still sounds rather worrisome.
Looks like we blew his mind.
Oh, brother. I suppose we may as well head back now.
Nice.
How did this... What's happened to me? Did I drive myself crazy trying to crack this case?
It's pretty fun watching him lose it.
His brain probably overloaded and he can't catch up.
Why'd we even bother explaining it all beforehand?
We all reacted similarly during our first time. Ah, such innocence.
Get a hold of yourself, Gramps. Sheesh. How long do you need to get it together? Come on, Earth to Zenkichi.
Huh? Oh, right. Right. Get it together. This cat said my name! Wait, are you that monster cat from that place? It's the monster cat!
I'm not a monster or a cat. I told you I am Morgana.
Since you're cognizant of Morgana speaking in the metaverse, you can understand him here now, too.
Cats can talk if I'm cognizant of it?
Oh gosh.
That's really something.
I think he's going to need a little more time to process all of this.
First off, sorry for losing my cool like that. I think I get what's going on, though. Actually, none of it makes any sense to me. But I'm going to strive to understand.
If we're going to make a deal, then that will make us conspirators. Conspirators have to vow never to betray one another's trust.
So, you already know how all this works. All right. Your trust is repaid with mine. Help me figure out this nationwide change of heart business, and I'll make sure you're all protected. As long as you cooperate, I won't allow the police to lay a finger on you. That's my vow.
You heard that? It's about then it's a deal. If you screw us on this. Get along with the talking cat.
Oh, man. So he's really real, huh? In that case, I'm gonna cut right down to it and ask for your help with a similar incident. PubSec has their eyes on Sapporo right now because of all the change of heart cases there. I need you in Sapporo Central City by August 8th.
Why does it need to be the 8th?
Our suspect's out of the country on a business trip until then. We're kicking off the investigation within the hour of their arrival back home.
I see. Very well.
So it's likely this suspect in Sapporo is another monarch, like Alice.
That could be. If so, then I'd have to ask you guys to handle it.
So, we're heading to Sapporo Central in Hokkaido, huh? This'll be quite the little trip for us.
Word of caution? You'll definitely want to avoid any sort of public transportation. You're gonna want to either drive or hoof it.
Hoof it.
Why is that?
You revived the Phantom Thieves to deal with Alice. Any potential monarch will have heard about it. The way they see it, you're a real problem. Especially if you go after their own desires.
They're definitely all on high alert now. They may even try to get rid of us.
There's no way to know who's brainwashed until after they act. What if one of them was the pilot of your plane?
But if we can't fly, how do we get to Sapporo?
Find a car you can use. That'd be safest.
You're not gonna set us up with one?
Sorry, but I've got to keep this investigation top secret. Any aid would just leave a trail back to this deal of ours. Oh, and one more thing. Don't worry about the Alice thing. I'll fill you in once I'm done grilling her. Well, here's to a solved case.
Same here, Zenkichi.
Right. Sorry I called you a monster cat, Kitty.
Oh, you'll be sorry.
Okay.
Fight.
You didn't go crazy. This is real, Zenkichi.
Nice. Oh, I was so close. Boom. Ba-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Talk about an effing buzzkill.
I mean, Hokkaido? Really? There goes our vacation down the drain.
Ain't this stuff happening all over Japan anyways? Even if we do solve this one, we're just gonna get sent off to some other city.
A traveling venture in cooperation with public security. I admit it doesn't sound all bad. We should stop by Kyoto as well.
Find that silver lining, Inari.
This trip isn't for our enjoyment. The case will still be our primary objective.
But it's still summer vacation. Can't we have just a little fun?
Yeah.
Yeah, the 8th is way off from now. We can still do all kinds of shit before then.
Oh, I'd like to experience some regional cuisines. Yeah, sushi for me.
Let's focus on the cake. Phantom road trip time.
Oh dear. We can cut loose after the case is closed.
That being said, we should go over some things before we move on to the trip. First up is Emma. It seems like an ordinary app at first, but now we know that it has a hidden function that can access jails.
Like the meta nav. It's dangerous. What's ammo?
Yeah, totally the same thing.
To think something like that is being used nationwide, it sends a chill down my spine.
The app itself is fine though, right? I mean, you can just delete it if you want. Plus, all the keyword and friend list functions work fine. If the app just let everybody slip into jails, wouldn't the whole country basically be pure chaos already?
We've all registered as friends on it, but that didn't do anything strange in and of itself.
Where did this app come from, anyway?
It's run by a Japanese company called Medice. They're an international IT firm. We're talking tens of thousands of employees.
That's quite the large-scale operation. With those numbers, they have to be a top-tier international enterprise.
So is this some evil mega corporation making jails or something?
But we can't use Emma the same way Alice did.
Well, maybe that's because we all got pure hearts, or something.
Moron.
There's a possibility that Alice had a special version of Emma.
What makes you say that?
Just an idea. I'm grasping at straws over here.
But it is a possibility.
If I got a hold of Alice's phone somehow, I should be able to see if her version of Emma is anything special.
Really? We should ask Inspector Hasagawa if he could confiscate it for us. I'll reach out to him later over it.
Alright, next topic. The jail. Each palace collapsed after the treasure inside was stolen. But the jail is still in Shibuya. Not only that, but the palaces are the manifestations of their rulers' cognitions. But that's not true at all in jails. Humans can have their desires seized from their shadows there.
And that would cause terrible things to occur to them in the real world.
When you put it all together like that, don't it sound even worse than the palaces?
If these other bizarre incidents across Japan are genuine changes of heart, that means there are probably more jails out there.
There could be quite a few of them, considering how impossible it is to report on every incident.
So, we're working with the police to try and clear our names, but is that really enough?
Already cleared.
How do you mean?
If the jails are as dangerous as we've seen, then wouldn't it be bad to just leave them alone? If stuff as awful as what happened in Shibuya is happening all over, aren't we the only ones who can stop it?
That's right. You're absolutely right.
Yes, it's our job to save people suffering helplessly.
And give people courage.
There's my fam thieves. It was only what we can do. What's that? How it works?
Yeah,
They're my
you said it.
phantom thieves.
Great speech, Lady On. You've got us all fired up.
If that's the plan, maybe traveling by car will actually work to our advantage.
Right. We might find some more jails on the way to Sapporo.
That works for me. A little bit of a jailbreak spree along the way.
But how do we actually find the other jails?
Yes?
It'll only take us about 1,000,000 years.
I believe it may be time for the Sophia show.
Ooh, check the super AI.
I can detect any jails in the vicinity by scent.
For real?
By scent?
A jail emits a distinct signature. When I enter a jail's range, I can sense it.
Sophia, that is nuts!
Praise accepted.
There is still much we do not understand. But at least we now have a course of action.
Yeah, this is gonna be...
Oh, a trip to reform all of society. A job for the fam thieves. It's a great time with you guys.
You're right. We deserve to enjoy ourselves along the way. All that's left is to secure our transportation.
If this is going to fit all of us, won't it have to be pretty big?
We'll just have to rent something. Who knows what it'll cost us.
Money is no object to us. The prize funds for my most recent contest entry have finally come.
Oh, keep your snack money to yourself.
Well, we could deal with someone in the police. Maybe they'll help pay for our investigation. Nah, no way.
Some pretty big
Where
transportation.
did my money go? I had like a million.
I'm getting this feeling that Sojiro mentioned
took
something
Billy.
along those lines once. Let's go ask him.
Bim, bim, bim.
A ride that could fit all of you.
Weren't you talking to someone about big transportation or
That
something
van
the
that
other
we
day?
drove whenever we left.
Oh, you mean the guy I know with the camper? Yeah, he was whining about never having the time to use it. How it's just collecting dust.
Sojiro, that's it! Please go borrow that camper for us, please.
Does this have anything to do with what you guys are getting blamed for?
Yes.
Then I guess I don't have a choice. I'll give him a call. Sit tight till tomorrow.
Yeah, now there's our chief. So considerate.
But listen up. No getting too wild out there, all right? And are you all set with travel funds and whatnot?
Yes, we'd all been saving up for summer vacation.
Once art drove me to rags, but now it has propelled me to riches.
Yeah, we gotcha.
A camper?
Bam, bam,
This
bam.
is turning into some kind of coming-of-age flick. Wait, are you guys and girls actually gonna sleep in that thing together?
No worries. The boys are all sleeping on the roof.
And we've got Makoto and her fist of justice with us if someone tries anything funny.
Oh, and I'm very handy with an axe.
Yeah.
He's squeezed you on a slice. See, we're fine. He's squeezed you on a slice.
These sisters are really doing it for themselves.
Right?
Fine, whatever you gotta do.
So, about what I asked for.
Ah, right. Alice's phone. Here you go.
Nice scores, Enkichi!
Hey, that's important evidence. No breaking it. Got that?
So, how was Alice anyway?
She was pretty upfront about the whole heart-changing situation. When people registered her as a friend on Emma, she noticed they'd suddenly grow obedient to her. At first, she was just curious what was going on. But she says she got such a thrill from making people do her bidding, she couldn't stop herself.
It began with the friend registration.
Was there anything else?
The only other thing she did was apologize. That's all we got. But it does seem like she was telling me the truth.
So she didn't actually know anything about the jails or desires.
Well, I have to say, I wouldn't have bought one bit of it if you hadn't shown me what you did.
What in the hell?
Looking in for
What is it?
trouble.
Did you find something?
I thought I'd find some unique aspect to Alice's version of Emma. But nope. This is just the standard commercial version. It hasn't even been tampered with.
So we got nothing out of this?
I didn't say that. I did find traces of some snooping in her phone.
What do you mean?
Someone was monitoring Alice's activity, either her smartphone usage in general or her Emma usage specifically.
So, like...
I'm keeping tabs on you. He's stalking. Was it Popsec?
Oh, we wish. I'm gonna teach them all about this stuff for future cases.
If it wasn't public security, does that mean there's still someone out there involved with this incident?
Do you see anything revealing the monitor's origins?
Somewhere within the country. That's all I get from this.
Getting even that's quite the feat. You're real good, kid.
Never underestimate the techie of the Phantom Thieves.
So someone was tracking Alice. Who could it be?
One thing at a time. This isn't our only case to work. I'm sure we'll find more leads as we investigate the incidents. Well, I'll see you August 8th at Sapporo Central. Don't be late, got it? I'll reach out to you that day with the meetup location. Time to return this phone to its rightful owner.
So Alice could put people in her jail because she was a monarch. Is that about right?
Since it didn't seem to be her version of Emma's doing, that seems correct. I get where you're coming from, but we still shouldn't jump to conclusions. Like Zenkichi said, there's still plenty to look into.
That's true. If we don't know enough about what's happening, we should gather more intel.
Hey, you guys still together?
Yeah.
Then come on outside. Check out your wheels.
Boom. The Phantom Thief call. We're like the mystery machine. These got wheels.
What?
This is the camp.
Whoa!
It's like 3 times more badass.
Beautiful.
Retro design, so simple yet so elegant.
Thanks!
Thanks, Ojiro. It's awesome. It looks old. We'll do our best not to crash it. We'll do our best not to crash it.
Come on.
Don't go jinxing yourself. Trying to make and a model online. This is a Volgan retro light. It has 4 beds but a rooftop tent. There are enough power outlets for everyone, as well as cooking appliances for any culinary needs.
Oh.
Boom.
Wow.
Love the interior too. You can't even see it in the 1950s. Hope I can actually drive something this big. It's little quirks, but I'm sure you'll get used to them quick enough. Until then, though, make sure you drive carefully. Well, I guess I can really park this here, can I? I'll go move this to the nearest lot, and you go finish your packing.
That's true.
This is the man for now, and regroup once we're ready to roll out. It's like another 7 days, ain't it? Douche. 4 points. Should have enough. Should have enough, maybe?
Hey!
Oh. Good job getting packed for the trip. Anything else you think we'll need? If so, we'll better go buy it now. Well, once we're all set, we should go say our goodbyes to the chief before heading out. Yo, dude, there's somewhere I want to go before we head out. Check it out, too. I'll wait for you outside, so let's let me know when you're ready. Alright, let's do the bond. We got 16 points, and we do this, right? Increase damage when performing a phantom dash. Restore HP. Increase chances of manifest. After performing a baton pass, the showtime gauge will feel faster. I actually need that to be quicker, easier, better, faster, stronger. Save the game before any crashes happen. Then I'll cry. Alright, and that's it. What was that?
Oh?
Alright. What two sold you, bro? Oh, Ryuji takes me.
That sounds awesome.
Hey.
Hey, let's roll out. Yeah, see you later. No, not just yet. Alright, just make sure you get everything you need.
Yo!
Hey, been waiting for you. I'll have to grab some ramen right now. I'll be at, you know, where. Let's celebrate for getting the band back together and setting off on a big trip.
We did it!
You're gonna go right now? I think you're a little sus. Hey, if you're not doing anything, you should come with. I don't know if I want all the calories.
Let's go.
Guess I'll come along since AJ's here. Alright, Shujin Trio is off. And it's just a bomb.
That's what I'm talking about.
This is what I'm talking about, dude. No ramen, no life. You're a treat, right? You seem happy. Bring me back. You're a treat, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. This one's on me for sure.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. You really love ramen that much. Well, it is good though. Right? I could eat this forever. Man, eating this reminds me of the original Phantom Thieves. Back when it was just us three.
Hey.
You mean us four. I was there too, you know. I remember you ate too much and ended up feeling like crap. You were the same way. That's true, they both were.
Hey.
Hey, show me the ramen.
Woo!
This is what ramen is. Looks good, right? Too bad you can't try it. You got an extra large one too. You won't believe how much stuff they put in. Wanna see? Huh? Wanna see some extra large ramen? Sure,
For
Ryuji.
real?
No way. Just had a
So that's the story.
You said you could eat it forever. Do it for Sophia. Way to put me on the spot.
Awesome.
Fine. Challenge accepted. It's do. Taking you guys with me. Hey, boss. Take 3 extra large bowls over there. What? Seriously? Yo. That's a lot of ramen. That's a lot of ramen.
Oh no.
Oh, Lord.
Gonna puke.
Stomach feels like it's about to burst.
Good grief.
You guys done with your shenanigans? That was nothing. You see that, Sophia? I'm down for one more. I'm down for one more. Are you crazy? Thank you. I learned a lot from that. That's good to hear. I need to lie down. Do you think they have any hammocks here? Bam, 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 bam. You enjoyed the ramen to the full extent with Anne and Ryuji. Yo, that almost went all the way up. Bam, 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 bam. Do, 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 do. Definitely gain weight after that. Oh man, easy on the road or else it's all coming back up.
Hey!
I have a feeling like it's going to get a lot rougher for Alice in a bunch of ways. I know there are people out there who have looked up to her well before she started all this, lost her way. Those people are gonna be so pumped when she makes her comeback. That's why I hope she doesn't just give up on her dream. You're so kind. Sounds pretty tough. Keep at it, man. Oh my gosh. Told her how I really feel about her, so I definitely have to cheer her on. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to get all sappy right before leaving everything. I'm really pumped to take this trip with everyone. We better make the most of it, right? Ta-da! I brought a whole bunch of games. Let's play some when we all have the time for it. Travel game set. Thank you. Oh, everybody's over here. First, for me, I admit I'm at least a bit nervous. I'm still looking forward to it. I wanted to go on a long road trip for some time now. Don't worry, I won't gun it. It's like Joanna.
Hey!
Effort on the case. I'm still excited for our trip. Uncle asked for the first time off at the company. Now all that come together. I hope we all get a great time.
Very well.
Yeet. That was it.
Impossible.
Oh, not a snack. That was it. What? Head to the next city, I guess.
Hey. Yo.
Well, here, take this with you. Hope it does you some good on the trip. Make sure you make enough for everyone. Pork, onion, rice. Wait, I can make food? Yeah, I'll be right back. Give everyone a call, and I'll meet you here. Hey.
You sure you kids gonna be okay on your own?
We'll be fine. I mean, probably.
Take care, boss.
Same to you. Be careful out there.
Thanks. Bye.
Daughters.
Yeah. Summer vacation, here we come.
Woo! Oh.
You look unusually serious, Inspector Hasagawa.
Oh, Commissioner Kaburagi.
Commissioner?
I've been short on sleep. I've not been on an undercover case in quite some time.
I wholly understand. Have you liaised with the Phantom Thieves?
Affirmative. I've gained their cooperation. However, proceedings are touch and go. Some of them are also very quick on the uptake. Nevertheless, I guarantee you that I will win them over.
Understood. As expected from someone so dependable.
Well, I still owe you for taking me under your wing. I'm happy to do whatever you require.
Keep at it until you get to the bottom of this case. But do not get too attached to them. At this point, their arrest is an inevitability.
Attached? I haven't been attached to anything in a long time.
So you say. And how's the girl? Go home. At least every so often. Understood?
Ma'am.
Wait, what girl?
No way she's buying anything about that world. I've got to wring a lead out of them. Don't take it personally, Phantom Thieves. All I want is for this case to be solved. And I'll use you however I have to.
Hey, what? I told you can trust them. Yeah. Yep, we got a flat tire.
Yo, where are we now?
Yo, this is a sick RV.
Looks like we're coming up on Tochigi Prefecture. We've come a pretty long way.
Tochigi. Tochigi is famous for the Nikko Toshogu Shrine, dedicated to Tokugawa Ieyasu.
I heard the monkey sculptures there are adorable. I wonder if we'll get to see them.
Ooh, I want strawberries! Let's go strawberry picking!
Apparently, gyoza's pretty big there too. Utsunomiya is supposed to be the place for it.
You say gyoza? Oh, hell yeah. We're gonna get some, right?
Dried gourd is famous too. Don't rule out the strawberries. Let's not forget the ramen. Don't rule out the strawberries.
Of all the things to get excited about.
It's understandable. We could all use some time to unwind every now and then. And besides, we've already discussed it. We could just go straight to Hokkaido, but we decided it would be more worthwhile to check out a variety of places rather than just one.
And there might be jails in other cities besides Shibuya and Sapporo.
Not only that, but the supposed monarch of Sapporo won't even be in town till the 8th. We have the time. There's no reason we shouldn't make use of it.
Exactly. Let's take our time. We should pace ourselves.
I guess you have a point.
Wait, say we find a jail before that. Does that mean we're sort of hunting for monarchs along the way? Oh, we're taking the Phantom Thieves to a whole new level. This is starting to feel real badass.
Well, if there is a jail, I'm sure Sophia will let us know.
Leave that to me. I should be able to handle it. I think.
You'd think the AI would be a little more sure of herself.
Yeah, seriously, who or what are you?
I'm humanity's companion.
Baymax.
There she goes singing again.
Don't think too hard about it. I'm sure we'll learn more if she sticks around. Isn't that right, Sophia?
That's right, An. Oh, that reminds me, Mako-chan. You've been driving this whole time. Are you doing okay? I have my license too, so I could always drive if you want.
Well, you just got yours, Haru, so I'll try to handle as much of the driving as I can.
Does anyone else have their license?
I do.
I don't.
I do.
Apologies, I do not.
I do.
Me neither. I want to get mine soon, though. Do you have one?
I do. Sorry, no. I want a license too. No. Damn it, man.
Well, I guess we did just reach driving age.
Sorry, Mako-chan. Don't push yourself too hard, okay?
I won't. Although we might be taking more breaks. I wouldn't want to put any of us at risk.
That's fine by me. We want our Makoto to stay nice and well rested.
So you're going to keep driving, Makoto?
I think so, for the time being.
That sounds difficult. Is there anything I can do to help?
Well, since you've asked, do you think you could find a place to stop and rest? I could probably use a break. We can have lunch there, too.
Okay, I'd be happy to. There's a riverbank up ahead that should be perfect.
Lunch by a river, huh? Oh, man, this is feeling like a real road trip.
Nice. Nice. The vibes. Oh, shucks.
Yo, this spot is perfect.
Is this even real? I've only ever seen this kind of place online.
Seriously. Ugh. And this is the perfect weather for cooking outdoors, too.
Shall we get started then? Boss gave us some ingredients, didn't he?
Oh, this is going to be so nice. Cooking lunch with everyone.
Able the creation of more food.
Alright, we'll leave the main course to you.
Oh, great. I get cool. At the hideout, you can use ingredients to cook food. These dishes can restore HP and XP, or grants buff, amongst other powerful effects. Cook more dishes as you learn the recipe. You can obtain recipes from regional shops or certain events, so make sure you keep an eye out. Bum 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 bum. Oh, we can't make that, so it's like, hey, curry. Yo, we love that curry. We love curry.
Something smells
Do
great.
be good.
I think we have a winner.
I know that smell. That's Sojiro's curry, no doubt. Oh, my stomach. I need...
The rice has been prepared. We're ready whenever.
My goodness.
Oh, it's so good. Ugh, I could eat this forever.
Indeed. And to be surrounded by nature in all its splendor makes it taste that much better. Is there more?
Sorry, Inari. The great Phantom Thief Futaba just swiped the very last plate.
Last! Fate is cruel.
Oh, come on, don't act so depressed. It's not like it's the end of the world.
I'll make it again. I'll make it again.
You will! Please do.
Ah, that was killer. I can't even move.
I'm full too. How about I pour us some tea and we can all just relax?
I'm down. Ooh, why don't we roast marshmallows later on, too?
Jeez, you're seriously still thinking about food?
What of it? There's always room for sweets.
Alright, we'll finish our break with some tea and sweets, then get going.
Everyone enjoyed their lunch. Hey, yo. 5 points. Okay. Okay. Okay.
I feel like we've been on the road for a while. Where are we now?
We'll be entering Sendai soon.
We made a lot of stops, but no sign of any jails, huh?
Well, I'm definitely feeling a little more relaxed now. I wouldn't want those things popping up everywhere. Also, it's getting kinda dark. How about we call it a day?
Yes, we should decide where we want to stay for tonight.
Shouldn't we eat first? What's good in Sendai?
As far as local delicacies go, there's always beef tongue. There's plenty of specialty shops around.
Nonsense. Delicious as that sounds, we must go to Mount Aoba Park and see the remains of Sendai Castle. They house a statue of the late Lord Date Masamune. I'd very much like to see the one-eyed dragon for myself.
I want to take a bath first. I'm not sleeping in the camper all sweaty and sticky.
Jeez, we're all over the place on this one.
Yeah.
Well, what should we do?
Rock, paper, scissors. We do it all.
This is where I come in. Searching. Overnight parking lots, beef tongue, Date Masamune, and nearby bathhouses. Leave it to me. I'll find the most efficient route to everything you've suggested.
Wow, you can do all that, Sophia?
It's nothing special. I'm just doing a wide search and lining up our destinations. We should first head to the parking lot at Mount Alba Park. Then we can walk to the statue of Masamune. Huh? Huh?
What's up?
This smell. There might be a jail here.
Whoa, for real? You can really tell just off that, huh?
Are you sure, Sophia? I think so. I can't pinpoint it yet, and that may be because of the distance. But this feels the same as Shibuya.
Sendai's.
Alright then, we're heading to Sendai. We shouldn't be too much longer.
Sendai. Oh look, we made it all in one day. It's already nighttime.
Well, Sophia, can you smell the jail?
Yes, I'm sure of it. There's a jail somewhere in this city. So there really are more jails besides the one in Shibuya? If there's a jail, then something rotten's going on around town.
Don't we need like
Right.
a passcode though?
We'll need to look into that first. And how are we supposed to do that? Sendai's a pretty big city after all.
We could check some more of the popular sightseeing spots. We might hear something if there's people around.
Great thinking. And what's more, we're right here in Mount Aoba Park, home to the statue of Lord Masamune.
Dude, you can check out the statue tomorrow. I'm starving.
Excuse me? There's no guarantee the statue will still be here come sunrise. A
What?
trip is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Once you've set a plan, you must act on it without delay.
There he goes. I'll never understand that logic of his.
By the way, Mako-chan, did you find out if it's okay for us to sleep in the car tonight?
Yes, I actually just got confirmation. At least we won't have to worry about finding a place to sleep. And it looks like there are lots of sightseers here, so we should have plenty of chances to ask around.
Should we check out the statue? It's only a short walk from here, right?
It's close. Very close.
Then let us depart. Lord Masamune awaits.
He ain't giving up. He wants to see Lord Masamune. Masamune. Oh wow. Yo, cool. Look, nice, refined little place. You got a shrine. Let's go check out Date Masamune. I can't even say it anymore. Look at this RV.
Let's go.
Sick. Look, somebody else camping spot. Hello, camper. How you doing? Oh, okay. Everybody's gonna fade away.
Let's go.
Get anything about? Oh, okay.
Let's go.
I'm trying to buy something old.
Let's go.
Okay. Okay, Monsanune.
Oh, so this is it! This is that Masamune statue Inari was going on and on about. He looks so cool. I bet he'd be cutting down shadows left and right if he were in a jail with us.
Such remarkable craftsmanship. It's truly the one-eyed dragon in all his glory.
Oh, majestic.
Indeed. I should have expected as much from such an icon. We must come back during the day and...
The hell? What's all this about?
Prince of Nightmares, Volume 1. 20th reissue celebration?
Reissue celebration? So they're promoting a book? I doubt they got permission to do this. Maybe it's some kind of prank.
What a reprehensible miscreant. Putting up such tasteless flyers for their own gain.
Let's take them down.
That's better.
Well, you happy, Yusuke?
Yes. Now that I've seen the great Masamune, my apologies for taking so much of everyone's time. Let's move on.
Alright,
Yeah, you wasted all
one
the time.
item off the
Problem.
list. Next up, Beef Tongue City.
Let's see if these local flavors are enough to impress a sophisticated palate like mine. Oh, sorry. It might be hard to get in if we bring a cat along.
Haha.
Oh,
Yeah, yeet
oops.
the cat. Bum, 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 bum. Sendai. Sekai gone.
Holy shit!
Did we not eat curry earlier?
This meat is so thick.
I guess that
so
was one.
soft. Damn, that's good.
Ryuji, cut it out! You're spitting all over me!
I think Yusuke's crying over here.
I don't even want to know what his regular diet is like if this is enough to make him cry. Either way, food's delicious.
Hey, let me have some too.
I swear, you are the noisiest cat on the planet. Ask him to split some with you.
Not happening. You can share Ryuji.
Sorry, can't. Want to, can't.
Don't be such a pig. I'm hungry too, you know.
Not so loud, you idiot.
Is that a cat I hear?
Oh. No cat. No, nothing. Hey, wait, is that the same girl that we saw in the alley?
Am I hearing
Shibuya?
things?
Oh, what?
I could have sworn I heard a cat. Oh, nope. Not a real cat, at least. We were just practicing our cat sounds.
Right, Ryuji?
Meow?
Just like the real thing. It's a work in progress. What he said, meow. What he said, meow.
Oh, come on. You're not fooling anyone. Sounds to
good.
me like he's in the bag of the gentleman with the glasses.
Oh, hello.
Oh, that's sweet. Are you going to share? You and your cat should partake in the finest beef tongue this restaurant has to offer.
What? Jay, not so loud.
Oops. Sorry. You're right. If you get thrown out, then no more beef tongue. By the way, is this your first time having Sendai beef tongue? I should tell you, the oxtail soup's to die for. Did you know oxtail soup is packed with collagen?
Oh,
a
she's
lot of
talking.
people seem to think it's good for your skin. They say it's not as effective when ingested, but there's a fair number of reports that suggest otherwise. Human cognition can be quite misleading. You may think you feel
Wait,
a
what?
change when none has occurred. This is the placebo effect, and
Wait.
Dude, she's just going on and on.
Does she even notice us talking right now?
This overwhelming onslaught of pointless info. We got ourselves a nerd, ladies and gentlemen.
Sorry about, the bag thing.
what? Oh, Oh, you mean the cat? Don't worry. I won't tell the staff or anything. By the way, are you all students?
Bryn, what do you like to know?
If I had to guess, I'd say you're in high school, right? So you'll be taking your college exam soon. Have you decided where you'll apply?
Oh, goodness.
Oh, forgive me.
Someone help us.
I haven't even introduced myself. I'm Kuani Chinose. I work as a researcher over at Toho University. Hey, you guys should come check out the campus. It's way up in the mountains, but it's a lot of fun. Lots of bears this season, too. The bears?
Oh, you know, we kind of got something going on already, so we don't exactly got the time.
I see. Yes, well, it's important that you do what you want while you're still young. Allow me to impart a little treat till next we meet.
Candy?
Sure.
Well then, I've had my fill of beef tongue, so it's probably best if I get going. Farewell, young ones!
She's the next Joe, ain't it?
So, she was weirdly energetic, huh?
Well, thankfully, we avoided getting in trouble. We should be grateful she didn't tell on us.
Sorry, that was my fault.
Nah, I got carried away too.
Sorry, Mona-chan. We'll buy you some sasa kamaboko later.
You mean the fish cake on the skewers with that nice layer of char on top? Oh, I can't wait!
No, we're gonna forget later.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, his latest work was just perfect. I was up all night writing it. 2 nights in a row, if you can believe that. Speaking of which, I read in a magazine interview that he's going to be at the station today. There's no way I'm missing that.
All right, let's finish eating. And quietly this time.
Yes, ma'am.
Someone's important in meetings. Ooh, another 5. Nice one.
Whew, I'm stuffed.
How you can eat 5 bowls of rice is beyond me. Is your stomach a black hole or something?
Look, if they're offering free refills, then you can bet I'm ordering them.
Indeed. You can eat
Okay.
the first bowl and focus exclusively on the glistening of the meat. Then the aroma on the next, and so on.
Pretty sure that's just you.
Well, I will say the food here certainly is delicious.
Yeah! Good job, Sophia!
It was,
Bam,
as
bam,
they
bam.
say, a piece of cake.
Guess we should leave where we eat up to Sophia now, huh? What's going on over there?
Natsume-san, your latest issue was just amazing as always!
Natsumi-san, over here! Can you please sign my copy?
Thank you for all your support. Whoa, hold on now. Only 1 autograph per person, please. Oh, my apologies, but could the men please go to the back of the line? Ladies first, you see.
What the hell's that?
He looks pretty popular. I heard that woman say latest book. Does that mean he's a writer?
Oh.
Oh.
Hello there. Are you looking for an autograph as well? Or perhaps a handshake?
Huh?
Oh, how terribly rude of me to keep such lovely fans waiting.
What?
Please, accept this as a token of my apology.
Thought
Yes?
this man was.
Don't worry.
Man,
I've
about to
already
pull out a
signed
ring. Hold on.
Okay.
Listen, we were just passing by.
Ah, is that so? It seems I got a little ahead of myself.
Prince of Nightmares by Ango Natsume.
Yours truly, Ango Natsume. It's a pleasure.
Prince of Nightmares. That's the name from those flyers on the Masamune statue.
My flyers on Masamune's statue? Ah, I think I know what happened. That's most likely the work of some of my more zealous fans. I appreciate them promoting my work, but it appears they went overboard somewhat. Honestly, they can be a real handful sometimes. Allow me to apologize on their behalf. In exchange, allow me to offer you a kiss.
Boy.
Yo, back off, dude. Can't you see you're making her uncomfortable?
Seriously, back off
And
before we
who
all
are
jump
you
your ass.
supposed to be? I believe I was addressing these lovely young ladies here. I thank you not to interrupt.
Sorry, but they're with us. Got a problem, you can always talk to me.
Got
You
him.
seriously think you can get away with speaking to me like that?
We don't even know who you are. Try me.
My, this one's got some backbone, doesn't he?
Mr. Natsume, we need to get moving soon.
Yeah, we need to get moving.
Well then, it seems I must be going. I've a magazine interview to get to.
Oh,
To all
magazine.
those who have read my book, I thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Natsume! I love you!
Oh my goodness.
It's just so dreamy. I'll have to buy 10 more copies tomorrow to show him just how much I care.
Oh my god.
Who was that man?
I don't know if he was some local big shot or whatever, but he sure was pissing me off.
Nope, there goes the jail, right?
He was a strange one for sure. But the people around him seemed really happy. Why was that?
Probably because they're a bunch of weirdos.
I must agree. He wasn't at all deserving of such praise, even in the form of flattery.
Are you alright, Haru?
Mm-hmm. I was just a little surprised is all.
How did a jerk like him get so popular? Ugh, doesn't make any sense.
There might be something else going on here. He could even be changing people's hearts.
Yes, sir.
You mean he's the monarch of the Sendai jail?
It's just one possibility.
No, I think you might be onto something. If he's the monarch, then everything else totally makes sense.
Let's gather some intel first. Oh, we need to look into this. Now let's gather some intel
I
first.
got my laptop back at the RV. Should be able to dig something up from there.
You know, you don't have any evidence of him being a monarch yet, but he sure is fishy. Let's get back to the camper. We should work on how we want to gather intel on it. Oh, let's see the game real quick. Boop.
Let's see.
Enable the creation of more food with strongest effect. Yeah, let's do it. I like it. We could do it one more time. Well, let's worry what's on this. Increase the chance of pain item. Restore HP when ambush. Increase chance after performing the contest. We'll do the baton base. Alright, and there it is.
I should write something.
Alright, let's go over what we know so far. Sophia, you can confirm there's a jail here, correct?
The smell got a lot stronger once we entered the city. So yes, I'm sure of it. And the man we met earlier, his name was Ango Natsume?
I just did a quick search on him. Here's what came up. Ango Natsume, grandson to renowned writer Sogo Natsume. Currently a successful light novel author. Says the guy kicked off his career with his debut work, Prince of Nightmares, which won the grand prize in the Sokaisha Awards. This thing's selling stupidly well. It sold 1 million copies alone.
1 million? That's kinda nuts, right?
It's a bestseller. Nothing special.
Are you kidding? It's a borderline miracle.
No, it's not.
CPUs almost never hit numbers like that,
Ooh,
even the
baby.
really good ones.
Look at me.
I checked social media, and, well, this whole thing is kind of bizarre.
Natsume's fans are probably going on some kind of rampage, right? There's a rumor that some people got beat within an inch of their lives, just because they were sort of dressed like Natsume's characters.
Right. The worst part is that no one stepped in to stop them. In fact, the attackers were praised for what they did.
These are likely the same kinds of people who defile Masamune's statue with flyers. They clearly lack self-restraint.
The fans at the station seemed really passionate too. It was almost like they were part of a cult.
I'm checking some of the online forums. It looks like there's about 100 threads created about this dude almost every day. And they're all positive. Not only that, but all of these IP addresses are from Sendai.
That's crazy suspicious. This is definitely our guy then, right?
Can't be too sure. Maybe he's just that good.
It's certainly possible.
But there's still a chance he's our monarch too, ain't there?
That's what we're gonna find out. Tomorrow, we'll go into town and see what intel we can dig up. If he's the monarch, then there's a good chance we'll run into some victims who've had their hearts changed, just like in Shibuya.
Oh yeah, we should probably let Inspector Gramps know too, huh?
Gramps?
Good idea. He might be able to give us some other clues too.
Okay, well, I guess we should all probably hit the hay. We've got a busy day tomorrow.
So... why the hell are we sleeping up top? Might as well be sleeping outside. Ain't it gonna be cramped?
There's nothing we can do. There isn't enough room in the car. Besides, it's not as bad as you say. Back when there were more students at the atelier, it was quite normal for us to sleep huddled together due to lack of space.
Man, you always keep cool in the weirdest possible way. You know that? Come on, guys. Are we really just gonna call it a night? Shouldn't we, like, all be playing cards till super late or stargazing or something? Ain't that the kind of shit we're supposed to do on a big trip like this?
Just go with it.
Sure, whatever. But, I mean, come on, dude. Something ain't right here.
Forget it, Ryuji. We're up early tomorrow anyway, so you better get some rest.
It's gonna be hot as hell with 3 of us and Morgana, ain't it?
Very true. That fur certainly won't help things either.
Oh, what do you want from me? I can't help that I'm a cat. Not that I'm actually a cat, though.
Guys, shut up.
Hey, you calm it down there, woman.
Sorry.
Oh, good. Oh, God.
Wrong. Not like that. Like this. This.
Fell asleep to the sound of everyone peaceful breathing. Very nice.
Awesome!
Aww.
Didn't sleep much last night. Can't get comfy without my usual pillow. Well, it was our first night sleeping in the RV, so I suppose it's no surprise you'll get used to it over time, I'm sure. The station is really busy for a weekday. Maybe because everyone's out for school. Sophia! The shopping arcade is only 4 short walks away. The Tanabata Festival. Tsushidai Tanabata Festival. I'm saying that right. Coming up soon. Seems there's plenty of shops to draw a crowd.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to a shop to go buy food. Begin investigation. Oh. Hello? The crowd, I wonder what's going on. I feel a bit off, I guess. What's she talking about? And by every last one, then maybe Angel will finally notice me. I don't care.
What did you say?
Sume doing a book sign. Search complete. Sume will be holding a book signing nearby, and it's happening very
Really?
soon. Wait, is that why they're all here? The bookstore in a mall named Porto, and the event starts in 1 hour. Let's see, all right, AJ. Let's come back when we're all done with collecting rooms. That's what's gonna be right here. Oh, okay. Yeah. Anything over here? Anybody talking?
Impressive. Hey. Hey.
What? You're leaving everyone behind. Come on. Who am I leaving behind? What?
Oh.
You mean I'm leaving everybody behind? There's only one person. Oh, maybe I better go this way. Okay.
Yo!
Was supposed to celebrate why? Held a month later in August. Don't know if I follow you, but whatever. Yeet. Oh, whoa, hold on now. Something wrong? I'm wandering around the shop area here, and now I got sweets on the brain. It's all these dessert shops and food stands around. The temptation is just the worst. They would bleach ice cream that also sells chocolate bananas. Alright, sorry about that. I should get back to asking about. Hey, hello there, little lady. Merch. Everybody trying to collect some merch, I guess.
So.
Something is.
Pack between okay. Carry through. Customer. Alright. Holy family.
My. Could it be?
My friend gave me this. It's a hamburger from a local chain using only local ingredients. Said it was very good. Thank you.
Hi, welcome.
Oh, I can buy a burger here.
Will this
Not
be a
bad.
to-go order?
That was by 4.
Here you go. See you again.
Thank you so much.
Take your time.
Food here.
We recommend that.
I recommend buying all of this.
We recommend.
I can make everything.
So that's what you're getting.
Just
Can you hold?
yes,
We recommend.
I want it all.
Thank you very. So that's what you're getting. Thank you very much. So that's what you're getting. Can you hold all that? I'll be waiting for you.
Indeed. Oh man, I went on a shopping spree. Come here.
Hey.
Take again. Is that all?
Yes.
Thanks a bundle. Is that all? Here you are. Please come back.
Let's go to every shop. I didn't even know this. Let's go to every shop. Oh,
Allow me to take your order.
a keychain with a popular local character. Oh, I
We
get 20 SP
recommend
for that.
this one. Thank you for your business.
An iPad. Oh, that's.
We recommend. Thank you. I shall await your return.
Investigation report.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm not done
Alright,
seeing the
then.
sights. Hold on. Shut up.
Can I help you find something? Well, that's what you like. So thank you.
Why, hello there. Will that be all? Tracy's leaving.
What you looking for?
All clip and all.
Is that all?
Thank you so much. I really do. I probably should have went to the other stores, but too late.
That smug bastard's being promoted all over the place. Like I'm going insane.
That's quite a crowd for a book signing.
Oh, there's so many people. I think I'm gonna throw up.
You know, I feel like I
He's
seen
gonna
the
give out his
same orange
key
haired
word for
lady.
Emma and change
like,
everyone's hearts
everywhere.
like Alice did? We should keep an eye on him for now.
Natsume-san, I just wanted to say thank you for putting out such wonderful work all the time. I was so touched by your book. I ended up buying 50 copies.
50 copies?
Yeah, well, I bought 100.
100?
Some to read, some to collect, some to give out, some to...
My goodness. Thank you. I'm flattered.
Reading your book somehow gives me hope, courage to keep going. I won't rest until each and every one of my friends knows about your book.
Well, I have said that I want my book to reach as many people as possible. I can't help but feel guilty, though. Be sure you don't overdo it.
No, it's okay. I'm helping you because I want to.
I heard the reason he started writing novels was for this poor girl who's bedridden in the hospital. Supposedly, he wanted her to keep fighting so she could one day see him finish his novel.
Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. He's just so compassionate. It's like he's a saint. I know, that story
He's
alone
not
is enough
Mr.
to make me
Beast.
cry. I guess even real life is like a novel sometimes. We have to tell the whole world about Ango Natsume's good deeds.
I'd expected as much, but he's really popular.
Do you think that bit about the girl in the hospital is for real?
Dude didn't seem like the type, if you ask me.
I don't think Natsume said anything resembling a keyword. Could it be because he really isn't a monarch? Or perhaps he's just being careful.
If he is the monarch, maybe everyone here's already had their hearts changed.
Meaning he wouldn't need to give out his keyword. Hey, Inari, what's that you've been reading?
Ango Natsume's novel, Prince of Nightmares.
Inari? You actually bought that thing?
You a fan? Why? Read it when you're done. Read it when you're done.
Yes, I suppose that's fine. I was just curious as to whether or not the book was truly deserving of the fervent praise it's received.
Well, how is it? Is it good?
How should I put it? For any creative work, one should be able to feel some sense of its creator's passion. No matter how crude or unrefined the work may be, there should always be some sort of spark present to those engaging with it. I'm not terribly well versed in the literary arts, but I feel nothing when reading this book. The sentences are formed well enough, but what's here is shockingly hollow. It's as if these words have been taken from someone else and given the most bare minimum coat of paint possible.
Let me see. Oh, wow. This line here is lifted from an anime from 2 years ago. The words got changed a bit, but that's definitely it. Sneaky. I think I've seen this one before, too. And this one. Sheesh. This one too. Wait. Is this whole book just a bunch of stuff he ripped off and strung together? If the original writers, or worse, their fans, ever saw this, there'd be a frickin' riot online.
I can't possibly fathom how such a fraudulent piece of work garnered this much praise. That is, unless the fans had their desires stolen.
It's the power to change hearts.
With all that we know now, it's safe to say there's definitely something going on here.
If only we knew the keyword, we can investigate the jail for ourselves.
Think we should ask some of his fans? They've all had their desires taken, right?
If this is anything like the situation in Shibuya, I doubt they'll tell us anything.
Guess we're kinda stuck then. Have we heard anything from Gramps yet?
He said he'd be here by tonight. Maybe he learned something.
All right then. I guess we should go ahead and wait for Inspector Hasagawa then.
Hold on.
Yep. What?
Why do you think Natsume wrote this novel?
For money, for fame. For fame.
No. Somehow I don't believe that's the case.
For the money, right?
No matter how much praise your work receives,
nah, he's gonna.
it was built on the backs of others.
He's gonna be just like
you
him
cannot
now.
truly call that praise your own. Those compliments
They're
will
all
surely
linking.
ring empty.
Like Anne was linking
Anyone in
to
the arts should know
Alice,
this.
and
That is
now
why I don't
he's
understand.
linking to
What was he
Natsume.
thinking when he wrote this novel?
What are you two doing?
My
Hey,
apologies.
yo, calm down.
It wasn't my intention to hold you up. Let's be off.
Pretty nice ride you've got here. And I gotta say, I didn't expect Sendai to be on the agenda. How'd you know there was a jail here?
Well, about that.
I smelled it.
You smelled it?
Anyways, have you learned anything new?
Yes. Ango Natsume, right? Yeah, he's suspicious all right. His book's been selling like crazy, but only here in Sendai. Most of the other stuff I've heard lines up with what you guys told me. Anyhow, I did some asking around, and here's what I found. Apparently, everyone in Natsume's little fan club becomes friends with him through Emma.
Oh.
And once that happens, they start buying his book any and every chance they get. Some even go into debt because of it. Any of this sound familiar?
It's just like what happened with Alice.
He might have different methods from Alice Hiragi, but I'm almost certain Natsume's using the same power.
In that case, we really need to get our hands on his keyword.
Can't we just nab the shithead and make him cough it up?
Ugh, do that? And I would have to arrest you for assault. You can ramble on about the jails all you want. Best case scenario is you getting dragged off to a mental institution.
Ah, right.
Facts.
Well, we're phantom thieves, so going at it directly's not preferred anyway.
Ah, there goes Beauty Thief. Always trying to be elegant and subtle and stuff.
Beauty what?
Beauty Thief.
My name is Beauty Thief.
I see. She's really calling herself that?
Yep. Yeah.
Getting back
Telling
on
me.
track.
I didn't
We
understand.
gotta think of a way to get that keyword.
That's where I come in. You better thank me for this later.
Or what?
Natsume's holding a party tonight in celebration of Prince of Nightmares, passing over 1 million in sales. And I just happen to have enough invitations for all of you. Which means...
We're crashing a party?
Hey, that sounds fun as hell, don't you think?
Yes, sir. This is our chance. I don't have anything to wear. Where did you get those? This is our chance.
Right. And if it's invite only, there's a chance security will be light as well.
So, what do you think? Glad we struck a deal?
You did pretty good, Gramps.
Yeah, nice one, Gramps.
I must admit, I'm seeing you in a whole new light, Gramps.
Yeah, you really came through, Gramps.
Gramps.
I knew we could count on you, Gramps son.
Gramps.
Come on, guys, at least call me by my name.
Don't feel bad, Gramps.
Yo, everybody called him Green. Party venue. Prince of Nightmare.
Thank you all very much for coming today. This is just a small token of my appreciation. Nevertheless, I hope you enjoy yourselves.
Congratulations, Mr. Natsume. Truly.
It's all thanks to everyone working so hard to push sales. All I did was write.
Oh, you're too modest.
It really is impressive how well you've done, considering the amount of competition there is these days. But I know we tried to promote you early on as the grandson of renowned writer Sogo Natsume, but I never would have expected you to perform this well.
The praise you've received is due entirely to your talent, Mr. Natsume. You're a shining star to readers and authors alike.
My talent, you say? Well now, I wouldn't go as far as to say that. The words on the page matter little. If there's something worth talking about, the people will always flock to it. From there, all one needs to do is craft a little story into it. And voila! For example, take that origin story about how I started writing because of some poor girl in the hospital.
Pardon my asking, but is that story really true, Mr. Natsume?
I'm afraid that's my little secret. Truth, fiction. Does anyone really care? You might recall Ichiryusai Madarame's confession on TV not too long ago. Surely you remember. His signature piece. What was the name of it?
Oh, do you mean the
Sayuri?
Ah, yes. That's it. The Sayuri. That piece was certainly lauded as the pinnacle of beauty at the time. But if you ask me, the only place it belongs now is the trash.
Uh-oh.
Dick!
The trash? How rude! He has no idea what was put into that painting. Who does he think he is?
Everybody calm down. Yusuke didn't even say
Yusuke,
anything.
I know how you feel, but
I'm all right. I have a favor to ask. Would you mind if I handled this one? I promise I'll get the keyword from him.
But...
There's a good chance he remembers your faces from the other day. However, I was toward the back of the crowd, so there's a good chance he won't recognize me.
That's true. He wasn't even trying to fight with us.
right. Yusuke might be our best bet here.
Good luck.
Thank you. I'll be off then. Pardon me for interrupting. I happen to be a big fan of yours, Natsume-san.
Who are you?
Forgive me. I was hoping I might trouble you for an autograph.
Hey, Mr. Natsume is a busy man. You can trouble him later.
Come now. I'm sure one autograph won't hurt.
You mean it? My thanks, Natsume-san. You're too kind.
Oh, okay, better.
To receive an autograph from the great Ongo Natsume himself, this honor is truly more than I deserve.
Nonsense. Don't sell yourself short. It's readers like you who allow authors like me to keep writing.
I see. That's a wonderful way to look at it. Oh, right. Do you by any chance use Emma, Natsume-san?
Of course. With how convenient it is, how could I not?
If you don't mind, could you please add me to your friends list? It would be a privilege to be closer to one I respect so greatly.
Not at all. My fans and readers mean the world to me. The keyword is Prince of Nightmares.
Thank you very much. Expect a request from me sometime soon. Now, there is one more thing. I overheard you and your entourage mention the Sayuri earlier. If I'm not mistaken, you said it should be thrown out with the trash, as though it were some cheap attempt.
Ah, so you heard that, did you? Is that what I said? Well, I take it someone of your taste agrees with me. In the end, that painting only held value because of whose name was attached to it. Madarame had it.
The Sayuri was painted by my mother. This may be unprofessional of me, but professionalism be damned. My mother painted the Sayuri at the cost of her own life. is her final masterpiece. That painting was crafted with a love that simply cannot be found anywhere else. Don't you dare lump it in with that soulless drivel you cobbled together from authors far more talented than you.
Got him.
Hey, you can't.
I merely spoke the truth. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Just like that.
We've got what we came for. Let's head outside, yes?
Doses.
Soulless drivel? That little bastard. What the hell does he know?
Yeah, it's all right, Mr. Natsume. He's just, looking to blame you for something because he's jealous of your genius. Don't let him get to you.
Shut up!
Alright, I already got to him.
No matter. He'll come around just like the rest.
Not indeed, not today. Alright, we're gonna go into this palace and then we will end it off there. That is the plan. Is the plan.
My apologies. I couldn't hold myself back. I suppose I still have much to learn.
Dude, don't sweat it. Everything worked out. We got the keywords, so we're all good.
Yeah, you did great. I was actually pretty impressed with how you stood up to him.
Well, I can't say my assessment of his book was entirely correct. Whatever someone feels from a work of art, no matter what that work may be, ultimately comes down to the individual.
Yeah, well, for what it's worth, we all loved seeing you stick it to that creepy Nari.
In any case, we've got the keyword now. All that's left is to find our entry point.
Sendai Station would be a good place to look.
How come?
The smell isn't as strong there. The security's probably more lax. The station should be a safe point of entry, just like in Shibuya.
So I guess we're doing it then.
Yeah, we've got everything we need. Tomorrow, that jail's getting a visit from the Phantom Thieves.
Oh yeah.
Hey, there's something I wanted to ask you. Yusuke might have been acting calm just now, but he seemed rather sad. Why?
What was that? I think he was shocked. He probably felt insulted. Because he's an artist too.
Oh, I see. So when someone disrespects something important to you, it makes you more sad than angry.
It's possible. Depends on the person.
At the very least, Yusuke seemed to feel that way. I think I'm starting to understand him a little better now. Thank you for explaining that to me.
Nice. Oh. What are we doing back here?
I've been waiting for you.
Have
the
you now?
desires in this place have been stolen as well. The voices of countless hearts are stirring about. At the same time, I can feel the threat of the calamity is only growing stronger. I have called you here to deliver important news. The bonds you have forged will now impart an even greater power to your personas.
Nice.
This new power, it seems it was born from a connection you've made during your travels. This will become the sustenance that will further nurture your potential. Cherish it dearly.
I'll do just that.
I admit I'm somewhat jealous.
Oh.
There is no doubt that they will give you the strength needed to cut through fate.
Increased damage for physical persona skills. Increased damage for magical persona skills. Increased chance for persona skills. Increased duration buff. Oh wow.
May luck be on your side.
May luck really be on my side. No, 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 no.
I'm so tired.
Snap out of it, Ryuji. We're about to head in.
I know. I was so excited last night I couldn't sleep.
What, you think it's Christmas morning or something?
Any idea how big this place is? Can you tell, Sophia?
Based on the smell, I'd say it covers nearly all of Sendai.
Oh, nice.
That's quite big.
Considering what's happening throughout the city, the scale makes sense. But that's all coming to an end.
Let's go. We'll save the city. I'm Batman.
Right.
We'll save the city.
We're heading into the Sendai jail. Hey.
We got ourselves a mobile hideout. Pretty convenient, eh? You gotta say, it sure does make Venom Thieves even cooler. Once you think everyone's good, ready, let's meet at the hideout and straight to jail. Bum, 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 bum.
Yo!
Good luck, furry. Make it yourself. And that Katsu is all you.
Anyway. Yummy.
Wait, can I
Yummy.
make it now? I want to make it right now.
Hi, welcome. That's a popular choice. Thank you. I'll see you again.
Yeah, see you. You know.
Thank you for coming in. Come again.
So I think other stores.
What's the plan?
Why, hello there.
Well, hello there.
Is that what you'll get? Thanks.
Thank you.
Oh, welcome.
Oh wow. Sounding bowl.
That's what you like? And my. That's what you like? Here you are. That's what you like. And here you. Is that what you want? And here you come again.
Yeah. Okay. A charm that holds one finds victory in battle. All stats +1. I don't know what that is, but I did it.
Impressive.
You got a great blessing. Maybe useful to do to one. Hey.
Let's see.
Boom, 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 boom. Can I make food here? Is that where I make it? Or?
Let's get to work.
Cool.
Time to cook.
Let me help. We making this?
All done.
Ain't this great? Time to show my skills.
Very nice.
Ooh.
Nice. Yeah, we need rice for that. You shop?
Welcome. What are you
Sell
selling?
everything.
Come in.
everything.
Are you sure? Come in. Are you sure? Come in. Are you sure? Come in. Are you sure? Are you sure? Come in. Are you sure? you sure? Lemon, are you sure? 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 Who is it for? Which one?
Oh, I want to know. Wait, we gotta do that. Okay, so,
What are you selling?
what?
Are you sure? Lemon, are you sure? Lemon, are you sure? You want this one? Do you want to flip that? Put it to good use. Who is it for? What are you selling? Lemon, are you sure?
Alright, and then we'll save it here, and then we'll come back, and then we'll start it off there. Oh, sorry, excuse me. Save it. Alright, and we will end it off there. Right there. Alrighty. I will catch y'all next time, guys. See y'all later. Thank y'all for joining, everybody. It'll be day 3 when we come back. Ready, boy.